Welcome back to episode number 52 of the SaaS landing page review show. On today's episode, we are reviewing Square Practice. Now, if you guys are running a dental practice, okay, if you're a dentist practice owner that's watching this episode right now, okay, then I'd highly recommend that you go and check these guys out, okay? If you're looking to scale your practice, just kind of get more data on exactly what is going on, okay, really get them accurate numbers, then like I said, I'd really recommend that you go and give these guys a check out, okay? But without further ado, let's get into this. So first of all, kind of looking at the headline, so I'll kind of just quickly read it out. So know your practice from every angle, okay? So one thing that I would say about this headline straight away is that it's very, this type of headline, it's kind of like a product statement headline mixed in with like a transformation statement headline. So if you guys are new to these episodes, okay, if you're new to this show, then I basically kind of categorize three different types of headlines that I kind of talk about, okay? On the left side, we've got mission statement headlines. In the middle, we've got product statement headlines, and the last one is a transformation statement headline, okay? Now, the worst type of headline is the first one that I mentioned, the mission statement headlines. They're the headlines where founders say things like, we are building the blockchain technology that's going to save the workplace, just stupid headlines that have zero relevance to what the product actually solves for the end user. And then in the middle, we've got product statement headlines. Those are the types of headlines where founders say things like, we are in this case, a dentist practice management software. We are a project management software for agencies. It's where you're just stating what your thing is, okay? And then the final type of headline is where you're really introducing the problem and you're really, getting the attention of the end user, and it's the best type of headline to use, okay? The reason why this type of headline, I personally don't think is that effective is because it's kind of quite generic. It's kind of quite high level. Like if I'm a dentist practice owner, like I know your practice from every angle, like what problem is it really solving, right? So an example of a headline that you could use, could be something along the lines of running a dentist practice, ? Struggling to get the data you need to improve your dentist practice, your dental practice, okay? Now, the reason why we structure headlines like that, where the first part is highlighted in red and then it's followed on by the second part highlighted in green, is because first of all, what we're doing is we're getting the attention of the end user, in this case, a dentist practice owner, okay? So first of all, getting their attention, and then we're following it up by kind of introducing the problem, which in this case could be, that they haven't got accurate data on, certain moving parts in their dental practice business, okay, that they need the data on. So again, the idea behind this headline is, first of all, getting the attention of the end user, literally just calling them out, in this case, a dentist practice owner. And then what we're doing after that is we're following it up by introducing the problem, okay? And what this does is it kind of creates agitation, okay? Because they read that and they're like, oh my God, yeah, I am struggling with that. That is my problem. I am a dentist owner and I have got that problem. Okay. It kind of creates this like emotional reaction where they want to keep on reading. They want to find out if you've got the solution to this problem that they've been having in their business. And this is why market research is so important to really understand the problem that these, dentist practice owners are actually facing, making a big mistake that I see founders making, especially SaaS founders, is they will just literally make up problems that their software solves, okay? You want to be completely grounded in the problem that you are solving, okay? If you don't know that, you need to go back to square one, okay? Now, a few more things as well. I will kind of come back to the I think I'll probably come back to the subheadline down here. But one thing I wanted to mention down here is that I noticed that you've got some kind of like written testimonials. One thing I would mention like straight away is I would convert these from kind of the written format into video. Video just converts so much more, so much better. It's 100% more relatable. If I'm a dentist practice, owner, and I'm kind of looking at these right now, written's good, but it doesn't really, it's nowhere near on the same level in terms of relatability as, actual like video. Okay. So one thing I'd mention is actually converting these into video, but actually moving them up the page and then putting them directly below this main CTA button here, okay? One of the biggest mistakes founders make, I see this all the time, it happens on like 95% of SaaS pages, is, they've got the headline, they've got the main CTA button, and then directly below, they go on about, all the features they've got, and they dive straight into, every single feature and every single benefit of their software, and it's just a mess, right? So the best thing to do and the best way to structure a page is, first of all, in the headline, get the attention of the end user, introduce the problem, and you introduce the problem in the headline and then the subheadline, okay? To kind of recap, the idea behind the subheadline is to kind of just further touch on that problem, further kind of press on the pain, okay? Creating that agitation, and then directly below this main CTA button here, you then want to have, a selection of video testimonials where you've got actual, other dentist practice owners talking about how Square Practice, the software, has solved this problem for them, okay? And like I said, by kind of converting these written testimonials into video, you'll see a massive, massive conversion increase, okay? Now, I think there was one more thing I wanted to mention. So explaining the customer journey, okay? Now, again, to recap the structure, have the main headline as I kind of presented it there, then have the video testimonials, and then the final part of the page is where you should be explaining the user journey, okay? One of the worst things that you can do is just start talking about all the features you've got and, every single benefit and going down that road. Instead, what you want to do is kind of almost literally explain, how they would go about using the software. Step one, they sign up. Step two, they would, create an account and they'd, connect their platform data, whatever, right? You really want to go through the motions of explaining the user journey, okay? Don't go down the route of just listing out every feature and every benefit, and because it creates confusion and it creates friction in the sales process. Okay, so guys, I really, really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow in episode number 53 of the SaaS Landing Page Review Show.